Okay, the first question is then, are elite gamers going to have a place in the Old Republic?
Elite gamers, yes, of course, elite gamers will have a place inside the Old Republic. I mean, you can think about it, what we're trying to do with the game is appeal to a broad, swath of Star Wars fans, hardcore gamers, casual gamers. The elite gamers, there will be a place for them for sure. So,
sounds good.
Rest assured, we'd love to have your support. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And there's been much chat about cantinas and obviously entertainment in the game. Will there be sort of mini games, for example, like you found in Knights of the Old Republic? And are you planning to add canteens in the game?
Well, today on Hutta, there is a cantina. You probably ran through it, so you know that those areas exist. Haven't talked too much about details on mini games. Understand that people are interested in that sort of gameplay. We'll see where that goes, but definitely can confirm that there are social areas like cantinas, and hopefully, if you didn't get to see it, you'll see it in a little while. So.
Fantastic. Also, we've heard that there will be auction houses for people to sell things. Is that true? And will it be sort of universal based in the galaxy or just planet specific?
Yeah, so we've talked about auction houses, confirmed that we will have them. How we're going to do that, I'm not totally sure. I mean, I think that what we tend to do with these systems is give you more detail as we are firm on how they're going to function.
Sure.
And I think we're maybe toying around with how that'll work at the moment. But certainly we understand that it's a key feature that we need to have in the game for players that want that.
Fantastic. And how is BioWare going to handle player suggestions, balancing and features?
Well, I think that the approach for this game will be to, take a very community-first approach. So I think that, in general, if we're hearing feedback that we can manage, that we'll address it. There's always, a lot of our folks, including myself, worked on MMOs for a long time. There's feedback and suggestions that fall in the realm of complete impossibility, and those are things that we'll have to manage and be honest about what we can and can't do. But absolutely, if there's things that make sense, especially when it comes to balance, if the behavior shows that on a large swath that we need to make a change, we will do it for sure.
Fantastic. And obviously, you worked on Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah, I have.
So what sort of experience have you learned from that that's transferable to the Old Republic?
Well, I think just having the experience of working on a live service MMO is something that is invaluable. I couldn't really describe every way that will help us moving forward, but just that sheer experience of understanding a live service, customer requests, balance concerns, and adding content, trying to understand how you bring content to players. All those things are really, really important. So, Galaxy is one of those things where a lot of passionate people have been playing it for a long time. You can't help but learn from those sorts of folks. So.
That's good, always good to hear.
Yeah.
Another question we had from the community is, will there be rare and epic spawns in the game?
Rare and epic spawns? I think there will be variety of spawns. I'm not sure if we would categorize them as rare and epic, but certainly we're toying with ways to encourage you to spend time on different planets and achieve your goal on certain planets.
Sure. And in regards to the corrupting nature of the dark side, obviously in Knights of the Old Republic you can see significant character changes in appearance. Have you thought about that, introducing that into this game perhaps?
I can tell you we've thought about it. I don't know that we've confirmed it, and I don't think I can confirm it now, but I think it's one of those things that, that's a really cool idea, and it would be neat if we could do that.
Sounds good. And so far, what has been the biggest challenge to date?
Oh, the biggest challenge? I don't know. There's certainly a lot of challenges in making this game. I think the biggest challenge for us is living up to the expectation of players, making sure that every day, we put our best into it. There's a lot of folks working on the game. They're bringing all their, passion and, blood, sweat, and tears to it every day. And we've also been very fortunate. There's been a lot of people that are very interested in the game. So living up to that expectation is a big challenge. I would say there's a number of challenges on the, just developing this much content is always going to be a challenge. So.
Fantastic. And today we saw some new species today that were playable.
Yeah.
And in terms of variety, will there be sort of some variety in character customizations as we found in Galaxies, for example? Will it be that in depth?
I think we're going to handle it a little differently. We definitely understand the importance of customization, but we're not going to do, we won't put it all up front. We're going to try to allow you to consistently upgrade the way your character performs as you go. and put a lot of energy into that instead of a lot of energy in the upfront. Rest assured, there will be plenty of customization for people who want to customize.
Yeah, friend of mine,
Galaxies is an example of where customization is a huge system that we built, and we understand that takes a lot of time to do that, a lot of balancing, and it affects the way you can work on your game for a long time to come. So we probably want to have a system that is a little different than that.
Sure. A friend of mine likes the colour pink. He was a pink chef on my server.
Yes.
Will pink be in the game?
I'm sure there'll be the color pink will exist. So yes, we will confirm pink will be in the game.
Fantastic.
Somewhere.
It's exclusive, that, folks.
Yeah.
My friend will be happy.
Yes.
And also, what's been your favourite planet and the reasons for that?
My favorite planet? I don't know. I think there are a lot of really cool planets. I'm pretty fond of. I think Balmora is a pretty neat one. It's a lot of interesting stuff there. A lot of cool story going on. Some of our starting planets are really interesting. Hutta we're showing today is cool. I think the reason why Hutta is neat is because you kind of always think like, what would Hutta be like, and it's never been in a game before, and so we've got it. And so, there's a number of really good planets. I think they're all, honestly, it's going to sound biased, but I think they're all pretty
There's a lot of variety.
Yeah, a lot of variety.
Yeah, a lot of variety.
A lot of interesting locations, really trying to have points of interest on every planet. So, but I would say, Balmora, Hutta, those are all really good.
Sounds good. And where do you see the Old Republic in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, well, hopefully we'll be, plugging along and thinking about, ongoing content releases and expansions and, new and exciting stuff. I don't really know. We'll see. We're trying to get this one right. That's our first goal, and we haven't really allowed ourselves to take our eye off the ball on that because, we got to get that out and be successful before we can think 5 years down the line.
Sounds good. Last couple of questions now, you'd be pleased to know. Name your favourite moment in any Star Wars film and why.
My favourite moment in any Star Wars film? Well, when I was a kid, when I was in like that 4th or 5th grade, I don't know, Return of the Jedi came out. And I remember seeing Return of the Jedi, and when Luke comes on the scene and he's just a total badass, I thought, man, that is like the coolest thing ever. He's wearing the black robe, and he just comes in and mind tricks the guards and right into Jabba. That whole thing really blew me away as a kid. So I would say that's probably my favorite. I was a big Luke Skywalker.
Fantastic. And do you wear black the next day to school?
Probably. in my heart, for sure.
And finally, how many hairs does Chewbacca have?
I think I'm not exactly sure, probably many more than myself.
Wonderful. Jake, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.